Hello, this is Paul Sutherland. As promised, I have another video specifically to talk about some of the uses of the first and second strings. And I'm hoping that you've seen my video that I just did about putting a compensator on the first string. As you work through this material, if you're finding that your steel just doesn't sound good, things sound out of tune, then you need to look very carefully back at the need for a compensator on the first string. Okay, this is a video about the first and second string, and it specifically includes lowering the second string a half tone with an E lever. I've done other videos on this, but now we're going to do more where we're using two fingers together. So let's do a key of A just for a change of pace here. So key of A, our basic positions we all know. For the open chord, A is the 5th fret, pedals down is the 12th fret. And now you should also be aware that there's another position, the 10th fret. 10th fret on strings 1, 2, and 5. So 12th fret, A and B down. 10th fret, 1, 2, and 5, no pedals or levers. And 5th fret, A, B, and C. Or I mean 1, 2, and 3, or 3, 4, and 5. That's all A chord. Anytime though the song is rolling along in A, you can always reach out, and I do this a lot. Just play strings 3 and 4, and then with the unit, I use my two fingers as a unit. I reach out to 1 and 2, and then down to 4 and 5. Or sometimes, when you come down to 4 and 5, have the A pedal down. And take the A pedal off, and then down to 5 and 6. And then I just reversed it. And I'm not using my thumb on any of that. It's all these two fingers working as a unit. Now hopefully that caught your attention. While the song is still in A, I went to the what would be the E chord position. Band doesn't have to be on an E chord, although they could be. So it was 4 and 5 with the A and B pedals down, and then up to 1 and 2, strings 1 and 2 with the knee lever lowering the second a half tone and compensating the first, and then hitting strings 3 and 4 with A and B pedals down. Just play around with that. Next position up. I went from the 5th fret to the 7th fret with A and B pedals, to the 10th fret, no pedals or levers, and then to the 12th fret with pedals and the lever. And I just basically playing back and forth between 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. Now what happens though when the song, if you want to play at the 12th fret and not have the A and B pedals down, you still need the knee lever. This is the exact same usage pattern that I previously showed you concerning lowering the second string a half tone. It's the same thing. So the no pedals position, you don't use the knee lever. The pedals down position, that's 2 frets up from your tonic. Tonic is A, so here up in the 7th fret, you do use the knee lever. The no pedals position, which would be the 4 chord position, here 10th fret, no knee lever. And then the 1 chord position with the pedals down, or the 5 chord position with no pedals, same thing. you do use the knee lever. The knee lever lowering the second a half tone and compensating the first string. Okay, there I got into a little bit of what is a picking pattern that you might want to play around with, and I call it the outside in. Instead of starting your lick from inside, I started the lick on strings 1 and 2 on the outside. I went from the outside and then brought it in. And actually I did 1 and 2, and then I hit 3 and 4 with the bar on the 5th fret, and then slid up to the 7th with A and B. And I hit the 5th string, with my thumb. And from the 7th fret, I kind of basically did the same pattern. And so it starts with the thumb. Well, the thumb is just kind of a pickup note. You can leave the thumb off. Let's leave the thumb off. And then, okay, so now we've got ourselves to the 7th fret. 7th fret, 1 and 2 with the lever. Whoops. And it's just 1 and 2, 3 and 4 with the lever and the pedals down. And then I slide on 3 and 4 as I lift the pedals. And then I do the same basic thing from 10th fret up to 12th and resolve on 3 and 4 with pedals down. There I took it up further from the 12th fret, pedals down, lever on. I went up to the 15th fret and I put the F lever on. Once you know these positions and you memorize these positions and you just play over and over hundreds of times, you'll come up with your own picking pattern. So don't get hung up on the specific picking that I'm using. Learn the positions. Learn where these positions are on the neck. Don't worry about the right hand, what I'm doing with my right hand. Okay, next thing, let's add in the B and C floor pedals. You do the same stuff that we just did. Instead of using A and B pedals, use B and C. And I got to remember the pattern. There I did something a little bit different. When I went up to the 15th fret, instead of using the F lever, I used the C pedal by itself. So it was 15th fret, no pedals, but the knee lever, and bring the pedal in. I think that's a 13th chord or something like that. You can reach out to 1 and 2 from that position. So 15th fret, it's 3 and 4. Say. You might try this. And just play it at whatever tempo you can play it at, and just keep playing it and playing it until you can play it cleanly. I'm kind of varying it. It's hard to slow it down and So you can, yeah, I think you can see that I'm kind of every lick starts by reach out on 1 and 2. And you just have to play this. It's like learning a foreign language. It's very difficult at first, but eventually it will come to you. And you're, as in the heat of the battle, you'll know what fret to go to, what pedal to push, what lever to push. Another thing I wanted to show, that would be the last thing on this. Yeah, maybe not the last thing. There's another thing that I kind of recently have been doing. Involves the using that compensator lever, although I'm not actually using the second string, and I'm not using first and 2 together. I'm using strings 1, 4, and 5. So just let me show you the effect, and then you decide whether you want to try to learn this or not. I went into a unison. It's a unison with a fifth as well. So what I'm using is, I'm playing here, I'm in key of A, so 5th fret, 3, 4, and 5, no pedals. And then I go down 2 frets. I push the C floor pedal only, not the B, just the C. Well, I guess you could do the, I'm not even playing the 3rd string, the 6th string, so it doesn't really matter if you play the B pedal or not. But what I am doing also, if I didn't, I have to compensate that first string or it's going to be way sharp. See, there's with no compensation, there's with the knee lever compensating. So that's the knee lever that lowers the second string half tone and it lowers the first somewhat. And then from there, I'm just playing 3rd, fret, 5th, 7th, 8th, and then 10th fret, and then letting it off, and coming up to 3, 4, and 5, and then 12th with B and C. So. Okay, that's just a little something. I kind of like that unison that I kind of stumbled across. Oh yes, okay. Another pattern that now this one uses the second string half tone lower. Doesn't use the first string, but this is another pattern. It's the same knee lever pattern that I've been showing you all along on other videos. So you use the same knee lever. But we're going to add some extra positions. We're going to play strings 2, 5, and 6. So here's how it would sound. Let me just kind of give you an idea what it sounds like, and then you decide whether you want to try to learn it. Okay, so from in the key of A, 3, 4, 5. Well, let's say 4, 5, and 6. And then I go 4, 5, and then I go 5, 6, and 2. And I can bring in and out the B pedal on the 6th string. And then I go up. Now I go up to 7th fret. And now I'm going to use the knee lever. So I've got the knee lever lowering the 2nd, and 5 and 6, but the 6th is raised a half with the B pedal. Leave the A alone. Leave the 5th string alone. So that's at the 7th fret. Then I go same pedals and levers going up to the 9th fret, and then the 10th fret with no pedals or levers, strings 5, 2, 5, and 6, and then strings, same strings, this is all same strings, 2, 5, and 6. And now I go to the 10th fret with the B pedal and the knee lever lowering the 2nd half, and then I go to the, that was the 12th fret, let's see, okay, 5, 7, 9, 10 with no pedals or levers, 12, put the pedals and levers back on again, 14, put the pedals and levers back on, 15, no pedals or levers, and then 17, no pedals or levers, and then you can bring in the B pedal but not the lever, and then resolve by hitting 6, 5, and 4 with no pedals. Whoops. It's another pattern to memorize, and again, it's foreign language. You will get it if you work at it. If you don't work at it, it will just continue to baffle you and piss you off. I think the last pattern I forgot to really mention was probably the most basic pattern, though, with this second knee lever, and that's playing strings 1 and 2. If I consider it's okay, key of A. So 5th fret, strings 3 and 4, that's what they sound like. Well, if you remember my video about second string compensator, if you go up 2 frets and hit strings 1 and 2 with that lever on, lowering the 2nd half with the compensator, you should have the same interval, same notes. So 5th fret, 7th fret, same thing. Okay, now from the 7th fret, let's go from there. What are the notes? 7th fret, and then up 1 fret, note, and take the lever off. Up 2 more frets, take the lever off. Up 2 more frets, take the lever, put the lever on. Now look where we are. We're at the 12th fret, pedals down position. We're not what we would normally in the key of A, we would normally call that the pedals down position, 12th fret on key of A. We're not. Anyway, so we're playing that. So let's see, where we were. Okay, so 2nd fret, or 12th fret, knee lever on, 14th fret, knee lever on, 15th fret, knee lever off, 17th fret, knee lever off, and then resolve on 17th fret, strings 3 and 5. Yep. It's challenging to remember all this. Okay, showing off. I just think that there's so much that can be done on strings 1 and 2 once you get them in tune with a properly installed compensator. And I hope I've given you some patterns and lots to work on. Good luck.